Hello everyone and welcome to another episode, the second episode on the HermitCraft, and I was going to say Amplified, but it's not, on HermitCraft Season 4. We're back on the server and I have been on here for a long time right now. There are a fair few hermits online and many of you knew exactly what I was going to be doing in between episodes. I fooled no one, did I? I have built a Afk Fishing Farm. This is the design made by Panda. Now I'm going to put a link to his video in the description box down below, of course. Also to my bad luck potion one. That's not even a thing. I did a video on luck potions and then the luck and bad luck effect. Right, yeah, that's correct. And on that video I did a lot of fishing, and obviously I realised that this farm right here is absolutely incredible and it's extremely cheap. So all of those items I showed you in the last episode, they all went towards building this. And you can see it fits into a small space. I've built it down under the ground and we've got access to the sky here to make the rates slightly faster. That is brilliant. I put the skylight in the wrong position, so we could have had faster rates the entire time I was doing this. I'm not bothered because I've got exactly what I wanted. Anyway, if we look in here, I think we've used up pretty much all of the different things, the different fishing rods that we can use. And where have they gone? Probably into that dropper. There you go. Oh no, so we got 4 of them left, but we'll probably use one of those to repair something in this chest. Now these are all the goodies we've got from doing this. Absolutely amazing. And we did this with just a regular bow. As we've just found out as well, the rates could have been higher because I put that in the wrong place. And we've got ourselves some really good stuff right here. Look at that. Mending, infinity, power. I mean, kill a few mobs with it, then pick up the XP and repair it. And that's another thing, by the way. We did the video on mending recently. When you fish, you get XP. I'm at level 35 right now. I reckon you're going to be able to easily maintain a fishing rod if it has mending on. And it just so happens that these are actually quite common to get mending. And that one right there, I think, is our winner. Although we could upgrade it to Luck of the Sea 3, which we could do with an anvil. We've probably got enough iron for that already. And then lure as well. And then we'd have everything, wouldn't we? So the 3 of those combined together might just be the ultimate fishing rod. And when I next do some AFKing, we're seriously going to crank out some good stuff right here. We've got a source of food. We've got saddles by the boatload. We've got name tags, puffer fishes. Look how many of those we've picked up. I thought they were super rare. Apparently not. We've got some clownfishes as well, which are pretty much useless. A tiny bit of bone meal. Nothing else too much to comment on. I mean, we got boots, if anyone wants leather boots, but I've already got iron ones, and a few books, Efficiency 4, Blast Resistance, and we got our Frostwalker. I'm breaking free. So good. Such an amazing idea, right? And this is what I want to do. At some point in this episode, I'll probably get the opportunity to AFK overnight. But this is it. This is how we're going to get going on this season. We're going to get some seriously good stuff together. So let's head up top. My plan at the moment for this episode is to do a live stream shortly. I want to get some enchanted gear and then make a list of things that I want to do in the live stream, just little jobs, just a few things here and there, and then when I come back to recording I'll have some progress to show you, but I don't have to live stream for a while. Anyway, I've come up here to grab an anvil. I just want to see if we can do this. So we need 1, 2, 3. And that is a lot of iron to be spending early on, but it is going to be well and truly worth it. So first anvil here on the server. And what's the cost of combining these? Can we do it a cheap way? 20? What? Oh dear. I wasn't expecting to see anywhere near that sort of price. Oh wow, it must be the mending. So we have to make a little bit of a choice here. And you know what? I think putting lure free with Luck of the Sea is much better than getting Luck of the Sea free. I reckon what we'll do is we'll put the lure on first. That's going to be the most important thing, and then we might not even have enough XP. So on goes lure free onto our amazing fishing rod, and then, oh look at that, every little bit of XP we've got has gone into this. That's fantastic. So now we've got the ultimate fishing rod. However, my plan was to now work on enchantments, and if we do that, which should be fairly easy because we've got our diamonds, we can now mine obsidian. We've got our book over here. And then we'd need 2 diamonds as well to make the enchanting table. We're then going to have no XP, so I need to also go out there and start killing a few mobs as well. So that is our next objective. We've got the fishing rod sorted. Look at that, that thing's amazing. And now we're going to grab our enchantments. Alright, that worked out real well. I went and mined some redstone, got a little bit of XP, got 5 levels. We now have protection 1 on each of these. and we got sharpness 1 as well, so that worked out really nice. However, sharpness has sort of been nerfed in 1.9. You can see there attack damage is only 7 over 6. And now that I think about it, maybe I should have made a diamond sword. Although I might save those for a pick. At the moment, I'm weighing up putting a cheap enchantment on this so it mines a little bit quicker, or waiting till we get a full 30 levels and then try and get fortune on it, on something like that. But that might take a little bit of time first of all. Anyway, I wanted to quickly address something that many of you commented about in the last episode. The episode number. It happened last season as well. In fact, on season 2, I seem to remember most people embracing the whole continuing of the episode number thing at the time, but it's just what I wanted to do. You know, when I started out and I was invited onto HermitCraft, I knew it'd be on here for a long time, and I've never really wanted to reset the episode number, so it seems strange that this season, you know, starts at 460 and this one's 461, but that's just how it goes, and I'm not going to change it, just to let you know. That scared the life out of me. I can hear guardians. Oh my god, the guardian temple is above us. And now we've got mining fatigue. Oh no, I finally break into a cave with redstone, iron, gold, loads of stuff everywhere. Haven't started mining. Now I've got mining fatigue. What? No. No. Oh. Look at how much of my pick I've gone through already, and I found no diamonds. Oh, now I've got to wait 5 minutes. Damn it. So as you can see, we're in the nether mining some quartz. I've just done a live stream. It was a really good live stream actually, and of course we had the idea to come to the nether and get some quartz. So we're approaching level 30, going to do an enchant on a pick, hopefully get fortune. And I was just thinking about a couple of things. Right now we're in pre-release 3 of Minecraft 1.9, and we were in 2 earlier. There we go, we just hit 30, and that was performing a lot better. On this one, the mobs tend to rubber band back and forth a little bit, I've noticed, as they move around. And going through a nether portal is kind of horrendous and slightly scary. And now we've got a ghast on our tail. I was going to pick up a few more bits of quartz on our way back, but we're going to avoid that guy. I don't think my bow has much durability left, as well as not having any arrows as well. So it's somewhere up in this direction that we're heading back. But on the live stream we did quite a lot of things. We picked up some spruce and some birch saplings. We also went into an ice spike biome. Now I picked out 2 different biomes to go to in the stream. One of them was a jungle biome, the other one was ice spiked, and we decided to go to the one that was closest first of all. And that turned out to actually be quite some distance away when you're live streaming and all you're doing is digging a tunnel through the nether to make a nether portal. It wasn't the most fun of things. So we went to the ice spikes biome, we explored around, we found 3 different igloos, and the third one had the villagers down at the bottom. So we got ourselves a brewing stand. Oh, by the way, we've also found a nether fortress as well, so I've got nether warts back at the base. Now, which way are we going through? You're about to see how horrendous the portals are, but basically, if you have a look over here, like this is a tunnel up at the top. It goes over that way 100 blocks, and then that way a couple hundred to the ice spike biome. So if any other hermits are watching this video, that's the way that you get there. And the entire time we were doing that, we didn't find a single piece of quartz in that tunnel, which is actually really unlucky. But, you know, I've been mining around on the live stream, and look at this lag. This is pre-release 3 for you. It gets worse every time I go through the portal, I swear. Got no inventory, no world is loading. Now the world's loaded, and that is ridiculous. And then there's some rubber banding. And it might not have finished rubber banding yet. Actually, it seems okay. But yeah, that's changed since pre-release 2. Pre-release 2 was a lot stable, but we needed to upgrade because on pre-release 2 the mobs weren't spawning at mob cages, you know, the spawners. And so, yeah, we upgraded and now the performance isn't quite as good. So down here we have our soul sand and our nether warts growing. So that's a good thing, another thing that we got. And now we're going to make that enchantment. Oh no, I've just realised, level 30 enchantment. Of course, that's going to be alright. It's in one of these chests. There it is. We need bookshelves as well. I need leather. I need sugarcane. Oh, I have not thought this through, have I? Okay, well, there was something that I wanted to go and show you, which will involve getting some sugarcane. So let me tidy this up. I'm going to go check out some community farms that have been built. So I've just been unintentionally exploring the mesa. I went the wrong way, somewhere over there. And I've got to say, it's really nice exploring this biome. Probably not the best time right now, as it's night time, but it's got a great look about it. And as you can see, sugarcane off in the distance. This is on the green plateau, and I think this farm technically might be in the wrong spot. It looks like someone's put in a nice little path here as well. And we've got to watch out for all the mobs. But yes, community farms have been built by Ren Dog, and I think this... Oh, this looks like a Mumbo build. There's the stone slabs, of course. Community Mineshaft. That's what he did on Season 3 as well. Let's get in this safe area back here and check it out. Ren Dog has built massive community farms. We've got carrots, we got wheat, potatoes. I was going to say radishes. They're not radishes, they're beetroot. And oh wow, we got pumpkins too. I was aware that we didn't have pumpkin seeds, but it looks like that's been taken care of. Some hose in here and loads of sugarcane. So thank you so much, Rendog, for setting up these community farms, helping us get off to a real good start right here. There's cows as well. I need leather. I can get some wheat while I'm here. Some wheat. There's chickens too. Quick, let's get in and take some eggs so we can make a chicken farm elsewhere. That's great. There's loads of them here. Awesome. Okay, and we got some sheep as well. He's done a fantastic job rounding up all of these animals and getting their numbers up. That really is helpful. Oh, this dual wielding, it can be annoying sometimes, and going back and forth like this, and then what's that? All of a sudden, there's netherrack in my face because I've got that on my offhand. I am still not getting used to managing the whole offhand and normal hand thing. There we go. We'll put a spider eye in there. What sort of damage is that going to do? Yeah, accidentally poison us. That's exactly what it's going to do. Ridiculous. Oh. What is this thing over here? What is that? That's glass, isn't it? But it's the new pane shape. And yes, Biffa is on the server. I hope he's going to be playing on here with us. Oh, it's actually glass planes. It just looked really different from a distance. So this is nothing of interest. Or it's something. I'm not sure. Either way, new plan. We're going to head in this direction looking for a savanna desert because there's a couple of villages in them. And I think that's actually the fastest way to get ourselves some bookshelves because... breeding those cows, I mean, we need to get 3 books each time, right, to make 1 bookshelf. So I think raiding some villages might be a better option at this point. Bam! Found our way to the first village. Look at all those sheep there. There's loads of them. If only they were cows, I could have got some more leather while we're over here. But we could be the first person to step into this village, which means we get to raid it. And also, while I'm here, I'm going to try and block up some villagers on the inside if ever someone wants to come over here and trade with them. But quickly we're looking for... does this building have anything in? I think this is one of the ones... oh, see you later door. That one doesn't. What are we looking for here? This isn't actually a very big village, is it? And there's sometimes... yeah, that might be bookshelves. Ah, there's bookshelves. Oh, there's more bookshelves. What a spot of luck. Do we have a blacksmith around here as well? I don't think we do. No, that isn't. So we might not get anything else in the chests, but we got our bookshelves, which is great. And I don't have Silk Touch. We're just going to break this with our fist and take the books, but that's no problem at all. Okay, second village. We are definitely on a raiding spree here. It's night time though, so I'm very wary of some zombies coming to town. It looks like we might have once again 2 village buildings. Yep, one over there, one over here. You can tell by the big windows. And do we have a blacksmith? I think it's unlikely. Again, that's actually quite a small village, this one. And does this one even have any farms? Yeah, it does, just over there. Hello, creeper. Goodbye, creeper. Let's get out of here. So there's the village, and just over here I noticed a desert temple. This can be a great source of loot early on in the game. A little bit worried because it's night time and there might be mobs around. But we seem to be okay. Doesn't seem to be any mobs in here, so let's dig down. If you haven't done one of these before, you want to dig down the side like this because there is a TNT trap right there. So you don't want to set that pressure plate off. And we just want to break that block. Bam, and it's all good. So we got ourselves our first bit of TNT. Let's throw down a torch as well. Gold! Yeah, gold. Nice and early on to get some of that. And what else? We got more gold, some iron. I'll pick up all of this stuff, of course. Gold again. Emeralds, a few emeralds. And diamond horse armor. That's actually really nice. So some good loot right here. And we get a little bit of TNT as well. Look at this, another desert temple. Do you know what? I don't particularly remember the entrance being quite like that. I do remember when they changed these blocks to clay. I think it's clay. Almost looks like it could be red sandstone, doesn't it? But the entrance, I don't know, maybe I'm just having a bit of a brain fart, but it kind of looks different to me. And this is nicely positioned at the edge of a river here. I like that. Some might say it doesn't look too good being on the waterfront like that, but I do like it. So let's once again go down and see what the loot is going to be. It's probably going to be very similar to what we just had, by the way. And there was some saddles there, but I decided to leave them behind because they're kind of useless now that we can farm them. That's interesting. I'm not sure that I want to... oh, okay, apparently we're up here. The server's having a bit of a hiccup. Maybe it needs... oh, okay, I think it needs a restart, that's for sure. So more of the same from these chests. However, we've got a couple of books. We have Punch 2. Not terribly impressed with that. Respiration 3 is not so bad. I'll probably take that one with me. But otherwise, nothing too fancy here. So, just over the way from this desert temple is another village. And it's a sandstone village. These things look so cool. I'm really glad they decided to do this, actually, because they look a little bit out of place. When they're, you know, put out gobble in the middle of the desert. Hello, guy. How you doing? I'm here to take your bookshelves. Don't mind me. Oh, another raid. Let's see if we can get a blacksmith in this one. That'd be nice, because sometimes you can get diamonds in those chests. Not only is it a terribly constructed village, it only has these two houses, a well, and a smaller one over here. And that's it. There's not even any farms or anything. I think you can just about make out the last village off in the distance. Here is another one. This one does look to be a little bit bigger. But I got that feeling we're not going to find a blacksmith today. So 2 places with the bookshelves. We are going to have some to go around by the time we've finished our raid. And look at that cute little adorable baby bunny rabbit. Awesome stuff. But yeah, no blacksmith. There's also no farms here as well, which could be a desert village thing. I'm not sure about that. That's just speculation for you. And once again, in eye shot of the village, just over here is another desert temple. That's our 3rd one. We are really on a roll today and getting all of the loot. And I think it's about time I probably turned around and headed back now. We're pushing our luck maybe a little bit. I'm a long way out. Got 31 levels, enough to do some enchanting. So all is good. All is good. I heard a noise. I got lucky. I was thinking if that guy fell down here, might end up landing on the pressure plate, which could have been real bad. But I looked up and he couldn't fall down the hole, which was a stroke of fortune. There we go. Right, no risk of that blowing up now. I think I'm swimming around in my boat, making my way back in the boat now. I thought that would be the quickest way. Yeah, I think that is sandstone, not sand. As I was going by there, I noticed something that looked a little bit like a structure. Is this another desert temple? Oh, look! Yes, yes it is! Oh, amazing, we found yet another one. And it's also, there's loads of mobs here, which is a little bit dangerous. There's a skeleton down there. But another one! What are the odds? Oh, now that is what I like to see. Some free diamonds. Excellent stuff. Look at all the loot that I'm picking up here. Got a stack of string, tons of iron, and stack of bone meal. That's absolutely fantastic. What am I going to leave behind? That sword right there. That thing's pretty much useless. And more gold. Fantastic. Can you see it? Can you spot it? Look at those pigs. What is funky about those pigs? There's something over there. Another one. Amazing. We're hitting up all of the temples today, aren't we? Or is that actually... I think that might have been one we've already been to, because there's possibly a village over there. I don't know, actually. I don't see a village. Or maybe we haven't been to this one. Maybe we've discovered yet another one. Let's go have a look. Now this one has already been visited by the looks of it. Maybe something was left behind in these chests. Very unlikely, of course. Nothing, nothing. Some sandstone and nothing. But they didn't take the TNT, whoever was here, so we'll take that. Didn't they make it so you couldn't find water in the desert? I specifically remember that. This is a desert pond. Maybe that's actually a different type of thing, and that's a feature. Yeah, an absolute desert pond. What biome is it? It's still the desert. Fair enough. And that is a pretty sight. It's been a long journey, but we're back. I can see my treehouse, and it's raining, which is fantastic. Now, I know you're thinking, what are you on about now, X? Rain is horrible. It sucks. Well, I'm going to do some AFK fishing in a bit. We're going to do the fortune enchantment, I hope. I hope it's a fortune enchantment on our pick now that we've got 30 levels. And then, of course, we're going to be doing some AFK fishing. Okay then, let's do this. By the way, this little area here, I'm not trying to build a base underground. This is very temporary. Must say though, looks really nice building in the clay as opposed to like stone and cobblestone lying around in a temporary base. Anyway, let's have a look at what we can get with this. It is Fortune 4 and we have the luxury of 1 extra XP level. So what we could do is roll the dice and just do a junk enchantment. Also, what's available on a book? No, nothing too great there. Let's roll the dice and hope for something better. Use up 1 level of XP. And what do we get this time? Unbreaking Free. If it's just Unbreaking Free on its own, I'm not going to be impressed. Oh, it is. We could have had Efficiency 4. Oh well, oh well. Maybe. Oh, wait a minute. That's a point. We've probably got a decent book that we can combine it with. So what have we got down here? Efficiency 4. There you go. Builder's pick straight away. Any fortune? Well, the next thing that I'm going to do is some AFK fishing, as we've already discussed. This right here should repair itself constantly, which means that we're going to be using lure free, luck of the sea free. It's raining as well, and we've sorted this thing out. This is a good time to have a session of AFK farming, isn't it? Right, so let's hope for the best. Hopefully get a fortune book and some other goodies as well. Oh my, oh my, oh my, how epic this farm is. Some of you have been telling me it in the comments for quite some time. You know, build a fishing farm, they're great. And I'm like, I don't like fishing. I now love fishing. We have 57 levels of XP. Now, that's absolutely incredible for getting started. And let's turn this thing off as well. Because if you remember how enchanting used to work, and this is actually going back a few years now, it's been like this for a couple of updates, it used to take 30 levels at once, so that would only be good for one enchantment and then a few more XP levels to another. But of course we can get more than 10, maybe like 12 different enchantments done with that, which means we should be able to crank out a couple of decent picks and maybe a full set of diamond armor as well, provided that I can go mining and get all of the diamonds. So that was a really, really good overnight session. I also let it run through the morning a little bit. However, when I woke up this morning, I realised that I'd made a big mistake. I forgot to add some extra chests down. Oh, ghost keys! Yikes. Sometimes when I hold down forward and then let go, it thinks I'm still holding down forward. And that's what I mean when I say ghost keys. Right, so some ladders are in there. I forgot to add extra chests and hoppers, which is something that I've now corrected. So for the 4 or so hours that these have been here, we've collected this amount of loot, which means we've probably lost about double. However, when I logged on this morning, Tango and Impulse, I think, have put my items into a chest over here. They saw what was going on. They saw the items were just bouncing around, not getting picked up because the hoppers were full, and they were kind enough to put some of our items in here. So we have just collected an insane amount of loot, which I need to wade through and organise. This is such like a great resource for early on in the game, and a very overpowered farm. I, of course, recommend all of you to check out Panda's video in the description box and consider building one of these if you're playing on a 1.9 world. So, now I can get geared up and we can do some proper enchantment. I do need to get some more diamonds. I think I've only got like 3 left, so I'm going to go branch mining. I'm going to get geared up. We're going to sort out the loot, and then we're going to do a couple of more things before we wrap this video up. But that was extremely productive, and I think I'm going to do that tonight as well. Now, my sound might not be turned up loud enough for you. I can hear a lot of spiders, and we've just hit some cobblestone. Oh, what is that? What is that? That is a spawner. Fantastic. Loads of spiders here as well, so some more XP. Don't think we really need any at this point. Hey, you shouldn't be able to hit me. You're behind some solid blocks here. Oh, and I love that attack as well, hitting like the group of them. It'd be nice if we could get a torch in there. So I've been organising some of the items. I was making my way down to start doing some branch mining, and that's when I heard a load of spiders. I guess probably like being at the fish farm, we may have loaded this the entire time, although it is a fair way up. Anyway, let's take out the last 2 of these and see what's in those chests. You are just not interested. You're a peaceful spider, but you got to go. Oh, you really aren't interested. And there's a pool of water and another one over there as well. We'll let that guy be. So what have we got in these chests? We've already got a stupid amount of saddles. I could open so many different types of... Let's just take everything. I could open so many different types of shop at the moment. It's not even funny. And again, I wouldn't mind taking everything there as well. I will say, Iskal, hi to Iskal in a moment. I know in videos whenever you don't say hello to a hermit and they log in, everyone's like, oh, you're so rude. But I'm recording. I'll say hello in a minute. Don't worry about it. And I don't have any ladders with me. I put those away. Anyway, let's pop up here. You can see how many blocks below is this. It's actually well out of range, but perhaps when I was in my little chest room that I've set up, maybe I was loading it then. That seems actually really far away. Either way, I could hear loads of those spiders. So yeah, this is the temporary little chest room that I've set up. So saddles for days when we build our passive mob farm and get horses. We are going to have all the saddles we need for them. We've got loads of name tags. This is like our junk chest over here. Tons and tons of fish. We don't need to farm any food now. This is just incredible, this farm, isn't it? Loads of books. One of them has mending on, so we're probably going to put that on our pick first of all, which is going to be extremely cool. And then loads of fishing rods as well. Now, I have a little bit of a theory here, which is that because there are only 3 other types of enchantment that go on a fishing rod, you're quite likely to see mending. As you can see, a fair few of these have mending on. So another thing we can do is put these together and make good rods like this and maybe sell those. So many options for things to do. And again, by the way, with the bows, you do see mending on here sometimes as well. Look, there's one. And I'm going to combine these together this episode, hopefully, and make ourselves a mending boat as well. So I just feel like I'm saying it over and over again. This is like the most amazing farm ever. I feel like the game knows what I'm doing here. It's saying, hey, you and that cheaty fish farm, we got to change your luck around a little bit here. So 2 efficiency, 4 unbreaking, 3 picks, which is alright, I guess. But I was thinking, when we get a fortune pick, we're going to put mending on it, because we've got a mending book, actually. That's around the corner, down here. And we didn't get a fortune book, unfortunately. Although there might have been fortune too, but I'll have a look through that again, and that'll make sense in a second. Once we got fortune on this, when you break down ores with your fortune pick, mending on it, then you're going to get the XP to repair it as you use it. So if you keep it aside just for breaking down ores, then you'll never need to repair it again. So I've had this come up a couple of times now, and I'm running out of XP. We're down to 32 levels. It seems I've been a little bit optimistic. I've seen Silk Touch come up, but Fortune 2 is the best that I've been offered. So we're going to take that, and later on I'll probably get a Fortune 3 or 2 book and add it to this, but we won't ever need to repair it because it's going to have mending on it. Now, we have an anvil up top, so let's head up there and put mending on and see how much that will cost. I know it was expensive with the fishing rod. I hope it's not expensive with this. Let's have a look. So, there it goes. How much will you cost? 2. It's incredibly cheap. Okay, we will take that then, and eventually we'll find ourselves a Fortune 2 book, and we'll be able to upgrade that. But for now, we've got our Fortune pick sorted out. So the next thing I thought I would do is pick out a place where we can load the Guardian Temple from. These guys aren't having a good time. They found their way up to me though. Free XP, that's what I call this, when they're already burning. There we go, excellent. And yeah, I wanted to have a place where the Ocean Monument would be loaded. So, you know, while I'm over here, that will be running. And just over there you can see the portal. That is our tree house, so it's not too far of a journey to move our items over into this area, which is where we're going to be situated. So I've sort of mapped out the outside area. I do need to put down some signs, but I think it's really obvious if you head over here that the way that I put this cobblestone down and that everything is torched up, that this area is going to be in use. So what I wanted to do this season was build a building that would expand over time. Something big, something where I could focus on exteriors. And I think this location right here is really great. We've got a view out over the ocean, and the terrain itself lends itself, I think, pretty well because it's relatively flat. There's a little bit of a hill over here, and so I've sort of marked up this area. I think somewhere right here is where we're going to have an entrance and a path leading up to the main area, which will be up there, I guess, although it's all part of the same plateau. Then over here on this side you can see that I've gone for something really big here because I don't know how big this building's going to be. And also like these lines as well, you know, they're not exact. I doubt someone's going to come over here and set up their base in this little area, as what we'll probably do is have some windows on the walls and some gardens on the outside. And by the way, we do plan on prettying up the mesa. We don't want to keep it like it is. We've been talking about spruce and birch trees because they're leaves. They don't change colour, and we'll put those in this area along with some other blocks to make it all look good. So we'll be tidying up the area around the house. Then this over here lends itself, I think, pretty well to having some sort of tower that looks out around this surrounding area, which is a really nice view. And my favourite colours are blue and orange, so I kind of feel like I'm in the perfect location right here. Then it's going to go out all the way across this side, and again, I doubt anyone's going to then come and set up a little house in this area, but what I'll probably do is flatten this little bit out and have some gardens over on this side, because where I've put down the cobblestone is probably roughly where our walls are going to go. But I want this building to be organic. I want it to expand over time, so it might creep up the hill here a little bit, and I've marked off this area here as well. And that's kind of what I've been up to for the last hour or so. I've just been placing down the cobblestone and mainly fighting creatures at night. It is really, really slow to fight mobs in 1.9. There's been loads of creepers, loads of zombies, but now I've lit up the area, so it's all good at the moment. So here's a great overhead view of the area over there, so you can see just how big it is in comparison to like the overall size of this area. And there isn't too much else for us to do in this episode. I do want to mention though, I've talked about the recap channel and I forgot to link that in the description box last video, so it'll be down there in this one. And also if you want to check out the live streams like on YouTube, they're uploaded to my second channel, so I thought I'd plug that as well. All links are in the description box, of course. Check that stuff out if you're interested. And that's it from me this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like. As always, thank you for the support. Hope you're enjoying the new season of HermitCraft. I'm having a blast. So that's it from me. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.